On September 7, 2018, the music world was shaken by the sudden passing of Malcolm James McCormick, better known as Mac Miller. At just 26 years old, he had already carved out a legacy as one of the most innovative and introspective voices in hip-hop. His career had taken him from youthful party anthems to deeply personal explorations of addiction, love, and self-discovery. But in the early hours of that September morning in Los Angeles, Mac Miller's life would come to a tragic end. This documentary revisits those final hours through the lens of those who knew him, the setting that surrounded him, and the art he left behind. Miller's house had become both his sanctuary and his prison. Friends described it as a creative hub filled with instruments, recording equipment, and canvases of half-finished paintings. Yet it was also a place where Mac wrestled with his demons, alone in the silence between sessions. On the night of September 6th, Mac invited friends over. There was music, laughter, and the hum of conversation. Those closest to him recall that he seemed upbeat, even peaceful, working on new material, talking about future plans, and expressing excitement for his upcoming tour. By the early morning hours of September 7th, the energy had quieted. Around 2:30 a.m., Mac was last seen by friends in good spirits. He retreated to his bedroom. The next hours are less clear, pieced together only from evidence and investigation. What is known is that Mac consumed a mix of substances, among them counterfeit oxycodone pills laced with fentanyl, cocaine, and alcohol. It was a combination that would prove deadly. The morning sun broke over Los Angeles. Around 11:30 a.m., Mac's personal assistant entered the bedroom. What they found was devastating. Mac Miller, unresponsive, in a praying position on his bed. The assistant called 911 immediately. Paramedics arrived, but there was nothing they could do. At 11:51 a.m., Mac Miller was pronounced dead at the scene. The last hours of Mac Miller's life were spent surrounded by friends, music, and the quiet intimacy of his own home. Though his life was cut tragically short, his voice remains alive, etched into every verse, every beat, every memory of those who loved him. In the end, Mac Miller's story is not just one of loss but of legacy. He taught us that even in the midst of struggle, beauty can be created, that vulnerability can be powerful, and that art can outlive pain.